you're here. With all the people swarming around that notice, I can't read a thing. Oh, isn't that... That's Dokchun, isn't it? Hey, Dokchun, over here!
Hmm? Dorse, what do we do? The Byoke scholar, he really ended up...
Huh? What, was he dragged away by the government or something?
He was. Apparently, he's been given a serious punishment for not abiding by the curfew.
Oh no. We can't just sit around and do nothing. I'll go run ahead and get whatever information I can out of the constables.
They're preparing to send him off to the Donghae office. Oh, I pray his lordship shows some mercy on him.
I told you I didn't. This is unjust. I may have said I wouldn't give up, but I never said I'd break curfew. I never set foot anywhere near the gates of Nampo or Bombawi. I have no idea myself. This is absurd, and yet I couldn't be happier. Though I've been framed and put behind bars, it seems like the heavens are really on our side, Dulce.
What are you talking about? Stop beating around the bush and tell us.
I overheard some of the constables talking earlier. That the voice of Byoke, true to our philosophy, we have gotten through to the capital.
Are you serious?
Yes, it finally worked. Can you imagine how overjoyed I was? I don't know who did it, but our petition was delivered. And that's why I'm sitting here under false accusation. They're sending the Striped Folk Tiger Slayers to Bombawi Valley. What are you doing standing around? You must go and welcome them.
I don't feel right leaving you here.
Go on. They'll have arrived in Dalbol by now.
Look! It's the Striped Folk! Shh! Be quiet, son.
A troop of tigers that hunt their own kind? We, the Tebek troops, will recapture the base of Bombawi and punish the brutal tiger they call Sangun.
General, Sangun is the guardian of these lands.
Old man Monsu, how could the so-called guardian of these lands harm its people? We have pledged to remove him from his position.
He was right. The Striped Folk Tiger Slayers really came down from the capital. Maybe the heavens truly are on our side today. That old man and the Tiger Slayers captain. The way they were staring each other down was something else. What could have happened between them? Let's go find out. The jade orb that Lady Yonhua gave us. It should have accumulated enough resentment by now. Do you think we'll be able to get the artifact from the Tiger Palace then? To do that, we should figure out who that old man is first. Of course, I told Sid knew this would happen, so I've already gone and found out what the Dalbol villagers would want as gifts.
My, you must have been hungry. Just between you and me, I can't stand the sight of that old man. Why do you think those Changi came to this village in the first place? If he had helped us, we would have beaten the broth out of him in no time. He knows these mountains better than anyone else. Yet he despises those who took up arms in the mountains. I mean, he has no family to protect, so why would he want to help us? My cookbap is just as good as Maksun's.
Don't touch the ceramics! Eyes only! The old man from earlier? That man never comes down from the mountain. But I figured he wouldn't miss this chance to see his son, but he didn't even say a word to him. What do you mean, which mountain? Mount Tebek, that's which! One should never use the term masterpiece.
Excuse me? Take a look around. Oh, you mean that man with the bellowing voice? He's a kind man. And it pains me to see how much he's been through. His respect for Sangun surpasses the heavens. But from what I heard, he lost his wife to Sangun. And his son left to join the Tiger Slayers to take revenge. My friends call me No Chill.
I found some information too. Apparently he's one hell of a stubborn old man. And I heard he's close with a Bitagongduk couple. Also, this is a secret, but they say he had a thing for the old lady back in the day. So let's bring old lady Bitagongduk when we visit him. I'm sure she'll be willing, since we helped send off the Mudong Wraith and Songakshi. From what I hear, this man knows more about Sangun than anyone in this country. How great would it be to prevent any more deaths and save Sangun as well? His reign as Guardian may have been brief, but I'm sure everyone knows who he was. They've merely forgotten his good deeds. If we bring the old lady with us, I'm sure he'll help us out. Traveler, make sure to bring her. I'll head over first and let the old man know.
What brings you all the way here? Are you hungry? Should I cook up a meal for you? Oh, right. She performed some kind of ritual in the morning. Then she left, saying that she had to meet you at the hunter's house. Careful while you're running. Don't hurt yourself, and come visit again soon. Let's go fishing at the Blessed Waterfall at Tebek.
You appeared in the old lady's dreams to have her come look for me all the way out here? With the help of the Stripe Folk generals. You reclaimed the base in just a day. All there's left for you to do is fight by their side, no? So why are you here looking for me?
I heard that you've served Sangun your entire life. Why are you so indifferent to this situation? They could have infiltrated the Tiger Palace within a day.
If you're here to mock me, just go on your way. Do young folk like you have nothing better to do?
No, that's not what I was getting at. I was thinking that maybe we could soothe Sangun's anger and live together in harmony? I heard that the human captain of the Tebek troops is your son. Without knowledge of these mountains, they're at the mercy of tiger attacks.
The generals are here, so what do you have to worry about? Come on, let's get going.
Oh boy, this won't do. Here, take it. It's a green plum. They'll kick you out if you crawl into the base without any proof of what you're capable of. This plum. Its luring aroma will lure out the Changi. Surely taking some down will get you in to see the captain. Meanwhile, I'll try to persuade the old man.
Look, old lady. Your husband is going to rock the legs off his chair waiting for you. Come, I'll take you back.
Hey, how did a mere civilian like you make it here alone? You're quite adept at dodging and weaving around, huh?
There's no time for the tale of it. Let's head back to the base. The scum are starting to gather again.
Look, once we make it back to the base, You'd better beg Captain Tessu's forgiveness for trespassing.
So it's you. The one with the guts to rampage through the Valley of Death. Killing a few Chungi won't earn you a spot in the Tebek troops. This isn't just some hunting party that anybody can join. Leave Mount Tebek this instant. Then perhaps I'll refrain from holding you accountable for jeopardizing our mission. What are you doing? Send this interloper back to Dalbel. What's that got to do with me? I'm not interested in any artifacts. All I care about is toppling Sangun off his throne. And it seems you have some kind of ties to that old man. Yes, the man who lives in that shack near the Bumbawi entrance. The one with the audacity to stand in the way of our troops. Tell that man that even if it leads to my death, I'll have Sangun's blood poured into his skull and presented to the royal court before I depart from this world.
You there. Captain Ahong is looking for you. You really got through to him.
They say stubbornness is a disease that cannot be cured, and such is the case for Captain Tessu. Please leave. You won't find what you want here. Are you asking why we are not making any more progress? The mountain is stained with Sangun's resentment, so we can no longer read its terrain. This mountain, in our eyes, is the dark, gaping mouth of a demon. Yes, we need the help of that man, especially as his fate seems to be intertwined with that of Sangun. If only we could have him meet with Sangun. But overcoming Captain Tessu's stubbornness is no easy task. That's the Chaser's signal. Captain Tessu has succeeded. Let us go. Prove to him your prowess. Captain! Captain Tessu is in critical condition. I've never seen a wound like this.
Captain Ahong! Was that really a Chungi? It didn't look like a ghost. Or a human. It's only ever shown glimpses of itself to startle us, but it's never actually attacked us like this before.
I'm not sure what it's thinking myself. But there's one thing for certain. From now on, we'll have to face off against enemies we've never seen before.
Captain Ahong, Old Lady Birigongdok has brought Old Man Mansu to the base.
Old Man Mansu? Why?
Old Lady Birigongdok. She must have sensed something was urgent.
Take the corpses of our soldiers and prepare the tiger victims' funeral rites. Captain Tesu's life is in danger. We must hurry back to the base.
The charm's power. The Dangsang god has shown me a vision. A dark energy seeping over from Mount Tebek into Bari Forest.
Granny, take a deep breath first and tell us slowly. Did you foresee the birth of a new Changi?
Yes, that's what I saw. A Changi that no longer serves the tiger. And the Changi you saw back in the cave, his name is Deho.
Changi have names now? Wait, hold on. Deho. Huh? I think I've heard that name before.
Yes, Mr. Park's son, Deho. It seems that he failed to withstand the energy of the Changi and was swallowed whole. A Changi is the pure soul of a person transformed into an evil spirit within the belly of a tiger. But sometimes, if the tiger fails to swallow the soul entirely, the soul departs this world, leaving only the flesh behind. I've only read about it in books. Never in my life have I seen it for myself. I couldn't imagine how frightening it would be.
Then, whatever must we do?
All evil spirits will unleash their resentment upon the living world. Here, this is where the soul rests. The wound that Changi Deho left on Tesu is piercing through it. If the place where the soul rests becomes infected, Tesu will wake as a walking corpse. Just like Deho, he will unleash his wrath upon the people.
Please, tell us if there's anything we can do.
Yes, there is. However, there is something you must know first. Old Man Mansu, is this not your son? Like I said before, there is no soul in Tesu's body. This child's soul must be wandering the roads to the netherworld. There's a chance that we can rein his soul back in. If we fail, he will return as a walking corpse. No form of spirit arts can stop a walking corpse without a soul. If that were to happen, could you kill your son with your own hands? Stay by his side, so that he can find his way back up that netherworld path. And if Tesu wakes up, tell him. You must tell him the truth about that day. You cannot put this off any longer. Captain Ahong, come with me to carry out the tiger victim funeral rite. I must hear more about the Changi Deho as we do so. As for you, head down this path to the mountainside tavern. Tell the auntie there that you found Deho.
Are you the Tiger Slayers? No? What are you doing here amidst all this chaos? I'd love to make you a hot bowl of kukpap, but these tiger attacks are thinning the customers and my pockets. I don't even have the ingredients for soup. To be honest, when the tigers began to act up, I figured my life was near its end. Since I couldn't leave this place, I resigned myself to that fate. But I guess I didn't look like I'd make a tasty meal. So I'm still here, just quietly living on. On our wedding night, my husband suddenly collapsed and died, just like that. The townsfolk hurled insults at me, calling me a parasite on his soul. I had no choice but to run away. It's been 15 years already. It's quiet here, with nobody to talk behind your back. All the guests who come here are in need of my help, so I really like this little tavern. I'll hold on to this house until my death. People come and go, then come and go again. Isn't that what a tavern is? And in the midst of all these passing faces, I met them. Some time ago, there was a father and 2 sons who visited rather frequently. The boys lost their mother early and grew up under their father's care. The elder son's name was Deho, meaning Big Tiger. Their father named him so, hoping he would live with the vigor of a tiger. This family used to come here to gather wild herbs in the spring, and they came to catch fish in the stream during the summer. In the fall, they lent a hand helping out at the tavern. And in the wintertime, they brought cute little bamboo sprouts as gifts. Before I knew it, Deho was all grown up and brought home a young lady, saying he wanted to marry her. It was only then that I realized that to him, I had become something like a mother. And that was how we became family. And we thought we would live out the rest of our days as happy as we were. But on the day the first tiger attack happened, old Lady Birigongdok showed up to our house out of nowhere. She said that the name Deho was too strong and would bring bad luck, and that we must change it or something terrible would happen. I thought it was ridiculous at first, so I rebuked her words as nonsense in front of the children. The first one to be eaten by the tiger was Deho's younger brother, who in turn became a Changi that lured his father to the tigers. That's why no one associates with victims of tiger attacks. Those who become Changi sacrifice everyone they knew to spare their own lives. Deho was devastated. His wedding was canceled and everything fell apart. In the end, Deho left to seek revenge. He said he'd tear out Sangun's heart, claiming it would make all the Changi disappear, once and for all. I haven't heard back from him since. But you said you found Deho? If so, then something must have gone terribly wrong. This is all my fault. I couldn't bear to lose Deho. The day Deho left, I went to old Lady Birigongdok. I fell to my knees and begged her for a charm that would ensure Deho's safe return home. The old lady told me that she would, but that it could lead to serious consequences. That if Deho's soul can't reach the netherworld safely, then there is no way to foretell what his body left in this world would become. So, if that kind child has turned into something horrible, it would be because I insisted on something I should have never...
Don't blame yourself, dearie. I didn't have enough experience with that charm to bring out its full power.
Old lady, what must I do now? All I wish is for him to rest his eyes in peace.
Deho's soul still lingers in this world, though only by a thin string. We have little time, I fear, as it is gradually growing more vicious.
This was the first time he attacked us Tiger Slayers. Before, he'd always appeared only briefly from a distance, then disappeared.
You're still with us, because Deho was protecting his dear mother. That boy has been keeping other Changi at bay. So let's help him pass on as the Deho we know, before he loses himself and turns into a monster.